What's up, Earth? What's up, Girth? Earth? What's up, Earth Gang? How are my babies? Welcome to episode 7 of Beating Ableton. Today we're going to Groovetown. Let's get a quick sauce run. Shut up. Yeah. Yeah, that's fucking dirty. Come on now. As always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't yet. And for those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Morgan, and this is Cracked Records. And this is Cracked Records. Say hello to your MIDI stepdad, Rhythm Reactor. Goddamn. Shit. So the gist of this device is it's going to randomly generate you 2 bars of rhythmic groove MIDI. Let's get a quick sauce run. Let's go. Another. Oh, that loop. Right here, right here. Doop. Another. Oh, shut up. Yeah. Yeah, that's fucking dirty. Come on now. And just to give you guys a quick scope of how many possible generations we got here. So is not a number that you could say, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it's almost broke my fucking brain doing this one, but fucking unreal though. If you guys want to download this one, there's a free demo version in the bio. And for the paid version, it's $10 a month. Quit crying. If you don't want to do the subscription, it's okay. Just get a month and cancel. The plugins will lock, but everything else will be Gucci, but you'll be back. If you decide to stick around, this is the 20th thing that I've put out in the past 8 weeks. So I'm going to make sure there's sauce in there for you. It's 2 coffees a month. I'm delivering sauce at the cheapest sauce price. But anyways, let's get back to it. All right, so let's check out what's going on here. So we have the Max device itself, and then after that, we have this drum rack that I made with 128 different drum samples. So first we have the Min and Max, and this just tells the device which drum pads are active. And if you press this blue button right here, and you have a drum rack directly after it, it'll figure out the Min and Max by itself. So if you were setting up your own rack, you would just hover over the pad, and then in the bottom left there, it tells you which note it is, and then you just put that in right here. After that, we have the swing, the flam, and the random velocity. So every time you hit generate, it's going to randomly give you an entire 2-bar phrase right here. And then based on these settings, it's going to swing some of the notes. Then you have the flam percentage. So this would take 1/4 of all the notes and add a little flam hit right here. Then you have the random velocity. So at 0, they would all be the same minus the flam hits. And then at 100, they would all be different within a certain range. So the more random velocity that you have, the more humanistic it's going to feel. Quick sauce, quick sauce. Shut the fuck up. After that, we have the groove phrasing. So within the 2-bar clip, everything is separated into a 1/2-bar phrase, and then you would choose the phrasing right here. So for AAAA, it would all be the same. And then AAAB, there would be a switch up at the end there, and then so on and so forth. Random would just be all of them are different. And then in conjunction with that, there's the variation percentage. So this tells it how similar B is going to be to A, and then C is going to be to B. So the more you have this up, the more different B is going to be from A. So that just allows you to make it more like rhythmically repetitive. After that, we have the note density. So this is going to tell it how many notes to put in the phrases. Then we have note length, and this really only applies if you're doing like a sampler version of it. So if you have the drum rack sent to trigger, then it's just going to play the whole thing no matter what. But if you did want to have the notes be shorter or longer, you could decide it right here. Then below that, we have flares, and this is just going to say how many notes in each phrase are different. So if it's set to 1, it's just going to pick 1 note, and then that one will have a different pitch than the rest of the pattern. And that just makes it so the patterns make as most sense as possible. So if you were doing something like slicing a loop to a drum rack, you could just turn this all the way up and then slice by transient, and then it would just play different hits of each of the parts of the loop. To the left over here, we have randomized phrase. So if you liked a certain part of the loop, but not other parts, what you could do is, for instance, if you were on A, B, A, B, what you could do is just randomize A, and then it's just gonna re-roll only that phrase, or you could re-roll B as well, and then so on and so forth. And lastly, we have this mutate section. So this is just gonna apply a minor variation to each of your phrases. And you could choose the mode right here. So random would just choose a random one of these and apply the function. Or you could choose pitch, length, velocity, or scramble. So if we did pitch and then did A, it's just gonna move around up to half of the notes and change their pitch. And then if you did the same thing for length, it would just change the length, and then so on and so forth for velocity and scramble. Quick sauce, quick sauce. Let's go. And then if you didn't want to use my rack, you wanted to use a different set of drums, what you could just do is find a loop that you like. So something like this. And then you just consolidate it, and then you do right click, slice the new MIDI track, and then you do transient right here, and then do default, press OK. Then inside of the drum rack, you just want to go through the slices and make sure it did all the transients correctly. And from there, you would just pull the device on, then press the blue button right here, and then it'll notify which pads are active to set the min and max. Then you could just go to Groovetown, baby. And lastly, I'll just go over some of my settings for this really quick, just so you guys know exactly how to use it. So when you slice something up, you might want to just turn up the note length so that they all play all the way through. Then I have the flares turned up to 8. And then this just makes sure that every one of the notes in the phrases is different so that they just play different slices the whole time. Other than that, just get creative with it and send me some bangers. All right, gang, that's going to do it for the Rhythm Reactor. If you want to download this bad boy, there will be links in the description for both the free and paid versions. And if you don't like subscriptions, it's okay. Get a month and cancel. It's all good, G. But you'll be back. Make sure to subscribe and get weird in those comments. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.